Hello, 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 beautiful initiates of the Mystery School for Women. Welcome to the Lionsgate 888 portal. Welcome to the opening ceremony. I am profoundly touched by this community that has formed around this event already, and I'm so excited and so grateful to be here with you for the entire day today. So welcome everyone. It usually takes Facebook a little while to catch on with the comments. So if you're here and saying hello, I will greet you later on. And if it's not on this live stream, then after it's complete and we have the recording, I'll connect with you in the comments. So feel free to comment throughout this experience and just share what your process is, what your journey is with the transmissions and the teachings and with the initiation itself. So we're going to get started. I'm going to dive into the Lionsgate portal and also the initiation itself. And then I have a very, very powerful message for you to reflect on and sit with and feel into, because this isn't about me, this is about you. So first of all, the nature of this experience is it's not a masterclass, it's not a course, it's not a teaching, although we will be covering some things that will hopefully allow you to open up to new ideas, new considerations, and new awareness of how powerful you are. This is an experience. And so what I mean by this is what is going to be discussed today is going to be something that is experienced by you directly, something that you can feel into, something that you can access by experiencing. So this is the nature of the Mystery School for Women. And behind it is the concept of initiation. Initiation is an ancient tradition. It was different for men and women. It was different for different people based on what their calling is. And so when it came to women's initiations, it was usually centered around coming of age or entering puberty, but there were also sacred initiations for mystic women, for women with gifts, so that these women could access their gifts and so that they could begin to hone their craft, to master the gifts they've been given, and to use them consciously. And this is going to be a huge aspect of the Mystery School for Women, because we're going to explore topics that will allow you to access your gifts and to gain mastery over that which has been granted to you as part of your sovereign being. So the Mystery School, the purpose is for you to experience yourself differently, for you to experience your power in a way that day-to-day routines do not really allow you to. And what I mean by this is in our life, in our day-to-day experience, we have a very formed sense of our own identity. You know, this is who I am, this is where I work, this is who my partner is, this is possibly who my children are, and this is my world, this is who I am, and this is your identity. Now, when we have this solid identity, it's hard to get a break from it and to step into an awareness of how much more you actually are. Because why? Where is the place for that? What for, right? But these aren't the right questions to ask. It's not what is my power for? It's who am I really? And from that exploration of who am I, and what is the extent of the vastness of my being. From that question, from that exploration, we can experience so many roads opening in our life that we have never considered before. This is what we're here for. This is not your day-to-day routine. This is not another course. This is something that you get to experience, and this is somewhere where you get to experience yourself differently. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the Lion's Gate 888. Lion's Gate has been attributed to planetary alignments that created an expansion, a portal, an opening in the energy of planet Earth. To say it differently, to look at it differently. This is a time where there is an opportunity for higher frequency energies to come into planet Earth. Now, for most people, this is just another Thursday. But for those of us who have certain sensitivities, who have curiosities, who have a propensity to wonder, this feels a little different. I'm feeling a little excited. Something is shifting. These are individuals who have a greater awareness, and this awareness is an indicator of greater gifts. What I want to say to you is that you chose to be here. I don't mean the mystery school, by the way. I mean this earth, this life, this body, this self. You chose to be here. There is a greater degree of awareness and power that allows individuals like you to come into a conscious experience of this planet. And there's something to be said about the nature of the mystery school. The intention that I've put in to creating this space is that only the women that are self-aware, that are sovereign, that are powerful, that are ready to step into the next level of holding their tremendous gifts. Only these women will be called to be here. So yes, you also chose to be here in this experience. But I have called you here, and you have answered the call. Beyond that, you have answered the call from within. Your soul, your higher self, has called you to join this. And what we're doing here, and what you will hopefully take away from this experience, is only a greater alignment, a greater union with your own self. This is the Lion's Gate portal. This is the time to shift into holding power and sovereignty like you never have before. Now, I'm going to jump ahead and talk a little bit about the nature of my work and what's behind the experience that I'm curating here for you today. If I were to start a cult, it would be the least popular cult on planet Earth. Why is that, Katarina? Well, I'll tell you why. Because people are addicted to cults. They're addicted to gurus. They're addicted to people they can put on a pedestal. Saviors, messiahs, the someone who will change my life for me. People are addicted to fortune tellers. People are addicted to organizations that tell these people who to believe in, what to practice, who to idolize, and what to do. This is human nature, but it is not our greatest capability. In fact, it is an aspect of us that has not yet evolved. It's true, humanity is addicted to cults, but what about cults? Why are we so obsessed with talking about cults? Why are we so obsessed with gurus and messiahs and all these individuals that we so want to put on the pedestal? What is it that makes it just so captivating? It's that most people, to this day, in humanity, in our collective humanity, they do not, cannot, don't want to, are not ready for holding their own power. With great power comes great responsibility. The reason I say that if I started a cult, it would be the least popular cult in humanity, is that it would be the cult of every single individual holding their own power. No messiah, no guru, no one to place on a pedestal. Just you, sovereign and completely responsible for not only your power, not only how you wield it, but the outcomes of it as well. That scares a lot of people. This is why there is this addiction to cults, to the gurus, because, well, it's seductive. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to believe. Show me something I can get behind. Show me something I can put my energy into. Show me something I can give my power away to. And then, oh my gosh, this guru was a monster. Look at what they did. They manipulated me. They convinced me. They took away this and this and this. Well, this is a soul agreement. A lot of people would prefer that. If it's not their sovereignty, if it's not their power, if there's someone on the pedestal, if there's a guru, if there's a cult, well, yes, you can be seduced and you can just surrender. But on the opposite end of it, there's another advantage. You can blame it all on that which you put above yourself. And that creates a lot of stagnation for humanity to this day. Now, I'm not sure exactly when humanity will evolve past that. And we're not really here to fix people or to save the world. The world is fine as it is, believe it or not, even though things look very crazy. There is a natural order. There is greater law in place, a greater balance that is difficult for us humans to understand. However, what we are here to do is to shift this dynamic on an individual level. Because as a human being, you are part of a collective. You are part of humanity, as am I. And so by shifting yourself, by holding your own power, by not placing any guru above yourself, or not looking for a something, a belief system to give you a direction, by looking and defining your own direction, by following your own intuition, by following your own design and co-creating your own destiny, you will do more for humanity than you will ever do by trying to fix humanity. It is you who you are responsible for, and you have all the power to reclaim your sovereignty. And that in itself is a great service to humanity as a whole. So let's go back to the most unpopular cult in human history, which is something that I could possibly start, but there is no point in that because it wouldn't really even be a cult. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not your guru. I'm not someone you can put on a pedestal. In fact, my soul rebels against it. If you put me on any kind of a pedestal, My soul will orchestrate an event where I will fall in front of your eyes so far from the high above where you may have placed me. It will be astonishing. It will be dramatic. I'm not here to be on a pedestal. I'm not here to be a cult leader. And I'm not here to be a guru. I am here to hold space for your initiation. And today, if you take this invitation to experience the mystery school fully, you will initiate yourself. Let's talk a little bit about the full sovereignty, your responsibility to your gifts. The first transmission that we will go into at 1 p.m. EST, the next live stream in this space, we will dive into your gifts, how to access your channel, how to practice your gifts. Sovereignty and responsibility, conscious use of your power and cultivation of your power are incredibly important because we all have gifts, but excuse me. But when we do not know, when we do not understand, when we do not have space in our life to cultivate our gifts and cultivate conscious application of them, our gifts can feel like a curse. It can feel like this is extra. I don't need this. I don't want this. This is too much. It can also be an avenue of either feeling distanced from yourself, the sort of a dissociation, like I don't identify with this part of me, it's a little too strange, it's too wild. And it can also feel like, an avenue of hurting people, because at times the gifts can erupt when they're not being consciously practiced, brought to awareness. This can happen. Things can happen in a way that feels out of control. Like you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I like this? Why do I say this? Why do I cause this? This is a symptom of a very powerful woman, the one who has gifts that are wild and out of control. And the way to tame, or rather to hone in your gifts, is to purposefully focus on cultivating them. Now, this is your gifts, but what about your power? Your power is greater than you have ever allowed yourself to imagine. And I say this 100% knowing that it's true for every single one of you. Why? How can I know this? Because my power is greater than I could have ever imagined. And I keep seeing the degrees to which it is greater and greater and greater than I have ever imagined at every turn. Now, I want to take you behind the veil. I want to take you right in the middle of my recent ayahuasca ceremony. If you don't know what ayahuasca is, I'm not going to spend much time talking about it. That's not the point. But ayahuasca is a religious sacrament. It's a plant medicine that has been used by, or rather revered by, Native American shamans throughout South America, most commonly known. It's a combination of plants. It induces psychoactive effects, and it also induces physiological effects that allow the body to release toxins, to purge, and to release lower vibrational energies that may be stuck in a physical form. This is just a little summary. But I've been practicing ayahuasca for the last 6 years, and recently on my 30th ceremony, I've had the following vision that I want to share with you. And this is sacred. This is between us. I was shown how I'm so powerful that what I think about humanity changes the path of humanity. And I'm having this vision and I'm kind of arguing with that. Like, that cannot be true. Like, come on. I mean, come on. I'm just like a person. What are, like, that's, no. No way. But the vision kept evolving. And it was like, yes way. Yes way. Every single individual is this powerful. Your thoughts affect what humanity becomes. Why? Because our thoughts are powerful. One individual carries the power of the entire humanity. Not by themselves. Every individual has that power. But it's one individual at a time that creates a destiny for all of humanity combined. And so earlier in that ceremony, I was having this, like, it was like almost like a joke. You know, I was thinking about what humanity's doing to the planet and what's happening and, you know, what we do to each other and all the wars and you know, it was like almost like I started laughing because I was like, this is so sad, but it's also like, this is so stupid. Because it's like, I could almost hear the gods laughing and saying, you know, just leave humanity to itself. They're going to destroy each other in no time. Don't worry about them. They'll take care of themselves. And I was just like, this is so true. This is so sad. It's also kind of funny because it's like, this is so stupid. You know, we have such great potential and like, what are we doing? And then this vision, it's like your thoughts create the reality of humanity. So, what are you thinking? And I'm like, well, if that were to be true, then I'm thinking a lot of crap. I'm thinking humans are stupid. I'm thinking humans are ignorant. I'm thinking humans are just going to destroy each other. I'm thinking we're headed downhill. And I'm thinking, this is just, oh gosh, I don't want to see it all end. I hope I'm not around when it all comes down to a crash and burn. And this vision, I get this question, is this what you want to create? And I'm like, well, you know, I'm not really creating it. Just saying, like, I'm not doing all these things. I'm just like seeing what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really doing this. Like, no, like, I mean, I don't really want to create it, but like, I'm not really doing it. I'm just observing. And it's like, is this what you want to create? Because you're this powerful. And I'm like, no. Then stop confirming things that you don't want to create by affirming them with your thoughts. Focus on that which you want to create and seek evidence for that. Well, okay. Let's see. Humanity is compassionate. I know a lot of people that are. It's true. And humanity is brave. We do some crazy things, but sometimes they lead to incredible discoveries. Humanity is passionate. We really feel things. I don't know if any other species on any other planets feel as much as we do, but we really do feel things. We're passionate. Humanity is capable of great love, self-sacrifice even, in order to preserve that which we care about most. Humanity is somewhat ideological, even though this can be a little bit bad sometimes. Because what kind of ideology? But we do take on certain ideals so personally, and we identify with them even. I think that can even be a virtue. And so I started thinking these things like, what positive things can I say about humanity? What am I observing that actually aligns with what kind of future I want to create if I were actually creating it. What kind of future do I want to be part of? And if my thoughts, if my observations and my thoughts, my beliefs about humanity, if they contribute to the fate of humanity, then I can't possibly be thinking all this crap, even if there's evidence. My will has to be stronger than the evidence. I have to believe something that can help humanity, and I have to focus on finding evidence of it and cultivating it and backing it with the full focus of my conscious will. I'm sharing this here because this isn't a Katerina, you're special moment. This is true for you as well. This is true for every human being. But not everyone is ready to hold their power because you're here, whether you realize it or not. You are. And so I want you to hear this because humanity is yours to believe in. Humanity is yours to cultivate. Humanity is yours to direct with your consciousness. What you believe in, what you think of humanity, has great bearing on our collective destiny. And the only way for you to direct your will, for you to direct your thoughts, for you to use your tremendous creative power to impact the destiny of humanity, as well as, of course, your own, is for you to fully hold your power. No guru, no cult, no one on the pedestal. You and your power. You on the journey of cultivating your power. You on the journey of learning how to hold and expand the infinite power that is part of your sovereign being. I want you to take a couple of moments here and feel into that power. I want you to, if this feels good to you, and for some, visualizing with eyes open is no problem. Actually, I prefer it sometimes. So if you just want to kind of look away from the screen and maybe focus on something else, or if you want to close your eyes, up to you completely. But if you just want to look away from looking at me and just look at something else, or close your eyes for a few moments here, I want you to take yourself out of every single thing in your life that you have ever subscribed to or put above yourself. Like whatever belief systems, whatever people told you to believe in, however people told you it works, whoever it was, wherever it happened, just we're not quitting anything. We're just like just gently pull yourself out of it. Just like you just forget it for a few moments. Just kind of step out of these places, these consciousnesses, these organizations, these people that were like, oh gosh, they're so smart. Just set them all aside. And I want you to just connect with yourself. The purest you have ever been. The first time you remember feeling yourself, having that distinction, like, oh, that's me. That will probably be your childhood. Just you and the world, nothing else, just you. The self-awareness, like, wow, I have a body. Oh wow, I'm a little person. I'm a human. Whoa, that's interesting. This is me. Looking at your hands, like, wow, this is me. What is that? What is me? This is me. I'm a separate person. Just connect with that. Nothing else exists yet. And I want you to take yourself to the power that you were born with. Not your worthiness, not your value, not who you are to other people, not how you're seen or perceived. Your power, just you and your power. This isn't something that looks a certain way. This is something that feels. And not in any certain way. It's just something that you can feel. Feel your power. It's just you and your power. Now, just take a few deep breaths here. You and your power. Nothing else exists. It's just you and your power. This is a feeling. This is a pathway that is always accessible to you. You and your power exist outside of time and space. You and your power, infinite. But in this life, in this body, you get to hold this power and experience it in physical form. In your human body, in this beautiful vessel, as a human and spiritual being that you are. You get to not only experience that power at any time, but you get to create worlds with that power. You get to shape the destiny of humanity with that power. You get to do miraculous things with that power. And it is all yours. Now, I want to invite you to stay in this experience for as long as you would like. I'm going to finish the opening ceremony here. And I encourage you not to rush out of this state, even if it feels a little bit like, I haven't done this before. This is a little weird. I didn't really know I had this, all of this. Not sure what that even, how can I even describe this feeling that I'm having right now? So that's just okay. Just explore it. Don't call it names. Don't try to categorize it. Don't try to make sense of it. Just let yourself stay there. You and your power, nothing else exists. In about an hour and a half from now, we are diving into the first transmission. We're going to be talking about activating your channel and consciously developing your tremendous gifts. I look forward to seeing you then. And I am so grateful for your presence here. Not just for the honor of holding this space for you. Not just for you to hold your tremendous power, but for all of us human beings, for the sake of our collective destiny. Thank you. I'll see you soon.